A place of music. A place of death. A realm of everlasting twilight where deliciously tepid breezes send fat fireflies bobbing through fields and forests. The Witchlight Carnival can get you there. Move quickly if you find it, adventurer, for the 8-year tour is nearly at an end. Something is wrong in the Feywild. A place known as Pressmere is under the influence of something else. Restore to right all that has been made wrong. Become the hero you long to be, adventurer. And trust in this. The Witchlight Carnival is so much more than you realize. Welcome to Wizards and Wine, the Wild Beyond the Witchlight, a Dungeons & Dragons podcast. Okay. Hello. We are live, I believe, in all of the places where we should be live. Yes, this is an accurate statement. So welcome into Wizards and Wine. This is the Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Back to the Halifax group this week. If you have been following our podcast, then you know that the episode for last week's stream, whoa, how do I explain that? Like, it's really confusing because we play every 2 weeks, alternating back and forth between the two groups. So the podcast that came out this morning was from the last time the Halifax group played. So it's from 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But really only a week ago in our game. I don't know. It's all very confusing. I've got to figure out a better way to explain it. Bottom line is, you can find Wizards and Wine on your favorite podcasting platform, and new episodes will show up every single week. They're either going to be from the Halifax group or from the Las Vegas group. So welcome back to the Halifax group. In short, that's what we're trying to say. Ladies,
East Coast.
Right? How's everybody feeling today? Everybody good? You pumped?
Pumped. Pumped for the more snail races.
Oh my goodness. So one of the things that I was really excited about was having the two tables and having both tables show up in the other table's game, right? So I had the opportunity to make that happen. So the Las Vegas group, when they played their game, they also ended up at the snail races. And they arrived just after you guys left the area. So everybody, when they walked in, everybody in the stands was still cheering for Cypress and that incredible win. So that kind of stuff is starting to happen. Every once in a while, they'll catch a glimpse of you guys on your way to another thing. I got a couple of, and I have a couple of things because they did 2 things last week that you guys didn't do yet. So you'll get a chance to see some of that if you guys end up in those places today. So I guess what thing we should do really is go back over what happened the last time the Halifax group sat down at the table. Does anybody have any notes, or do you want me to kind of try to wing it?
I have notes.
Oh, my God. We have notes? You guys, I'm so impressed.
Good notes.
Oh,
they're
man.
not even just notes. They're good notes.
Oh,
well, we'll see, actually. I guess I don't remember what I wrote. So
right.
Okay, ready? Day 1. Got into the carnival and went to the Pixie Kingdom. A pixie named Jeremy named me Jelly Bean Starfish and then shrank me to the size of a tankard. Toad took a ride on the back of a weird-looking dog. We got on the Ferris wheel, and a talking hamster named Biscuit told us gossip about a secret Kenku sneaking around. Pixie Kingdom food wagon. Small menu, grouchy staff, but delicious treats.
Grouchy stuff.
The sandwich, oh, there I am. The sandwich gets a 7 out of 10. The tart gets an 8 out of 10. Let's see. We played hide and seek with some freaks. That's what I wrote. Played hide and seek with some freaks.
That's great.
I hid with Biscuit because he's good shit. My
Nice.
stealth roll was bad and it makes me sad.
Oh.
I get. Oh, that's in parentheses. So that's out of character. Left the kingdom and caught a seed that turned into a coin. Hell yeah. Stared at a Cyclops and failed. We all failed. He was cool though.
I like
I won on the ring toss game. I won a bottle of Witchlight wine. I'll hold on to it for a bargaining piece. Caught some candy from sketchy carnival kids. Caught some candy from sketchy carnival kids. Yeah. Snail race. I got to ride the purple snail named High Road. I got third and won a little trophy.
Nice.
That's it.
That's great. I mean, that's pretty much it. I like the amount of sass. So I think that you've just become our notes keeper. Yay for you.
There's more to it. I went into detail about the sandwiches and the tarts, but
Oh, did you?
yeah.
I mean, I'm dying to hear. Dying to hear the details. To be honest.
There's not a lot. Like the cucumber sandwich is a real thing, so I can't really say what it tastes like.
Fair enough. Yeah.
And I said they were tea sandwiches and they were simple and refreshing.
Mhm.
The thimbleberry tart is a puff pastry braided. This is my brain when we play D&D. Why am I thinking these things? Because I love food.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love food.
it. Me
It's
too.
a puff
Me too.
pastry. I don't know if you can braid puff pastry, but they did. It's magic.
Yeah. That's what it comes down
it has dark red berries and powdered sugar. It's too sweet, but the puff pastry was undercooked, and I like that.
to.
Very
It's
detailed.
almost like a tourist blog.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
Right. Next thing you know,
Anyways,
we're gonna
yeah.
have to go through like 3 pages of Leim's diary before we get to what actually happened, just like the recipe blogs.
It's like TripAdvisor.
Yeah.
I love it.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, what did we do last time? And it'll be one combat, and I'll be like, just let me tell you a story about
Yeah.
how I used to have a dog or something.
Right.
Totally.
Right.
That doesn't matter.
I've been thinking a lot about Biscuit and what Biscuit had to say these days. Meanwhile, it's
Yeah,
like
stop talking about food.
the final battle. All right. Microphone.
Even the
is
animal's
starting
name
to
is Biscuit. Okay, you're making me hungry.
Yeah.
I had supper.
Fair enough. All right, let me just. Sorry, my table is overrun right now with wires and cables and things and Starbucks cups. So just give me a second. I'm just trying to sort out a little bit of room because I got to write in my Post-it notes. That's a must. Yeah, let me see. Queen's Majesty. Oh, okay, I didn't write down. Oh, I do have the play-by-play, but just not right here in front of me. I just found a note. Okay, sorry. And now I just need a pencil, like right here. All right, guys, are you ready?
Or
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Where would you like to head to next?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you guys.
I think
get
we
to
were gonna
pick.
hug one of the walls. Do you guys want to go left or right?
So
we have
they-
to do a loop no matter what.
Yeah, really, it's either going to lead you up towards the Hall of
Oh,
Illusions.
hold on. Yeah, you're right.
Or down to the Mystery Mine, the Bubble Pop Teapot. Or you can go all the way around to check out the Calliope, the Big Top. That seems to be the area that you guys are in.
I don't know. I mean,
Okay, we were
the
in-
mystery
we went to-
mine.
Okay, so we did the Pixie Kingdom. We went to the snail races.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you did the Stare of the Cyclops
Ring toss.
and the Ring Toss, right. Those are all checked off your list.
Oh, how many tickets do we have actually? And can we take tickets from other people?
That would involve some interesting roles. But if you feel up to trying
We get
to,
caught.
be a pickpocket,
Well, I'm not out of tickets yet.
I'm
so
here.
I'm not
I'm
gonna,
here for doing
I'm
that.
not thinking about it.
we got 2 out of 8.
Yes.
What? We have
6
2?
left.
Oh, we have 6. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, you're so
Good
good.
one.
Yeah,
Do
we've got
whatever.
enough. Yeah, we're all good.
Yeah, let's just do whatever. I mean,
Hall of
Bubble
Illusions
Pop
looks close
Teapot
by.
sounds fun. And Mystery
Does.
Mine looks fun. Oh, Hall of Illusions is probably rife with checks.
Rife with what?
Checks.
What?
Cut out some of their
Skill checks.
skill. Okay.
Oh, checks.
Checks.
I thought you said pecs, like pectorals.
Yeah,
Me
I heard
too.
that.
I was like,
checks?
what?
No, checks. Like, Guys.
Also, I was
Guys,
like,
Could be
you know.
fun.
a little bit of me was like, how did you see my
With
notes?
pecs.
I'm just kidding.
You enter the Hall of Illusions.
Right.
It's nothing
It's
but
nothing but pectoral muscles. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. I think that could be fun. I vote for that or bubble top. Bubble. Oh my god. Bubble. thing.
Bubble pop teapot.
Yeah, one
Did
of
I
those.
say that right?
So which way?
I mean, we
I
could
said it
do
in my
Hall of
internal
Illusions.
monologue earlier, so I.
We're right there. It's right there. New.
Yeah, let's do it.
Sorry, I had to blow my nose. Okay, Hall of Illusions.
I'm carrying people again. How come? Is there a way for me to Who am
so
I stuck to?
yeah, so I was looking this morning and I can't actually make your character yours. You have to do it.
Okay, what do I do? Oh, there we go. Okay.
You've done it.
Okay,
I
never
have
mind.
No, but I
Power,
move
apparently.
everybody. Look, I move 3 people when I do that.
Oh, well,
shift
now
click
you are
the other
kidding.
2 people.
Yeah, shift and then
Sorry.
click the other two. That should fix it.
Shift and click the other 2?
Yeah, the
Sorry,
other
what?
tokens. So right now they should all be highlighted in orange. So if you shift click, it removes
Okay.
the highlight.
Yeah. I think it should be fine now. Okay. Yeah. I think we're all
Looking good.
Perfect.
Looking good.
Looking free.
All right.
looking
Free from my
fresh.
rabbit shackles.
Why can I not figure out what character sheet I use? It's different from the last time again.
I don't know. I promise you I did not go in and mess with your stuff.
I know that mine's black, and I'm okay with it.
Oh, I haven't even
What,
opened
on my
mine. I
corner?
should probably do that. Or
Yes.
mine's open, but I haven't clicked on it. No, I don't. Don't mind me. I'm here. I'm fine.
Here.
Mine looks the same, I think.
Mine does not, and I couldn't find
Usually,
anything.
Oh,
the
no.
settings for the
And
the
now I
sheet
got
pop-
nothing. What the heck?
Normally we'd use the D&D 5e tidy sheet,
Yeah. I like that one.
but I think the layout for it has changed too.
Oh, that's probably what it is.
Yeah, it seems to have a new tab.
Okay, so I just did something and it's disappeared. I have
What something
blank.
did you do?
What do you mean has you
I
have
have no idea.
disappeared? What do you mean?
Well, I was going through the different character sheets
Yes.
to see which one was something like that I'd actually be able to use.
Uh-huh.
And now I've got blank and it says 0 of 0.
Close it and reopen it because it's there.
I did. I just closed it again.
Okay.
You might need a refresh then.
Yeah, go ahead and refresh. And while you do that, I'm going to re-import for you.
Okay,
Nice.
should I wait till you re-import first?
Yeah, and then just go default. Yeah, that's fine.
That was weird. It does, and it's not even giving me the options to choose another character sheet format.
All right. It is changed. Okay, so I have OGL character sheet, the compact D&D Beyond Foundry character sheet adapter, D&D tidy sheet, default 5e character sheet. Any of those sound familiar?
Give me any one of them, and I'll see if I can actually bring it up.
All right.
I feel like you were probably using the tidy sheet because I've a
I
bunch
thought
of
it
like
was, but
yeah.
the one I had was not like white; it was a grayish, but it wasn't the format that I usually see.
Right. Well, they could have done updates to it as well. Heaven only knows, right?
Yeah, they could have.
Okay, go ahead and pop it open and see if that opens for you and if it's populated with all of your numbers.
Nope. And the only options it gives me up top is close and pop out.
All right. I'm going to put the stream on a 5-minute break, and we're going to take your character out and then re-add her hopefully in the 5 minutes that it takes for that. So just bear with us for a second. Just some technical stuff. We'll be right back.
Like,
Okay. Well, we got character sheets back. We're all very happy about that.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, we
so you guys wanted to head over to the Hall of Illusions, right?
Of illusions. Yep.
Yes. Okay.
Evolutions, yeah.
All right. So the Hall of Illusions. As you guys make your way from the snail races, perhaps you're still celebrating Cypress's win. As you're approaching, a lovely halfling couple comes skipping past you guys, headed towards the Hall of Illusions, and they're hand in hand. One of the halflings is in face paint. The face paint makes his face look like a lion's face. And she's just wearing, like the cutest, most psychedelically colored and patterned outfit that you guys have ever seen. It has to be magical. Like, that's how impressive this outfit is that she's wearing. And if you guys zoom in on the map, you'll see this case over here. I just pinged it for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So,
Mhm.
that is, let me see. How can I, just give me a second. I'm going to get my DM brain percolating here. Okay. So the halfling couple, they're holding hands, they're skipping, and they head over to approach this glass cabinet that's off to the side of the Hall of Illusions. And the halfling wearing the lion makeup, drops to one knee. You guys are seeing all of this happen. And he reaches into his pocket. He kind of fumbles around a little bit. And he pulls out a small box. And he opens the box. And he turns it around in his hand so it's facing her. And he holds his hand out. And he says something to her. You guys don't hear what he says. But all of a sudden, she bursts out into laughter. So badly that she's like rolling on the ground. Burst out into laughter. You see his face kind of crumple. And you see like his shoulders slump. And he closes the box. And when he closes the box, he looks up at the Hall of Illusions. And he looks back at his sweetheart rolling around on the ground. He looks up at what's in this glass case. And he books it into the Hall of Illusions. And as he runs in the door, this is when you guys notice the person who is standing there taking the tickets. It is a very subduedly colored mime who is standing at the door of the Hall of Illusions, presumably to, punch your tickets as you go inside. What would you like to do?
I wouldn't mind going and looking at that box thing
Okay, no problem.
just to see what it is.
Absolutely. Okay, so as you approach the glass case, the glass, what's the word I'm looking for?
Is it the thing up above it that looks kind of like the Zoltar thing from the movie Big?
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing
Okay.
that we're talking about.
I love
So,
that movie.
Apple, as you head over, give me a history check.
One sec here. I just moved my sheet onto the other thing.
Of course, that's when I ask, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, every single time. Apologies for that.
Nope, all good. Did it go? I clicked it. What happened? Did nothing happen?
It rolled. You got a 6.
Oh, it must have been behind my character sheet. Okay.
Okay, so you head over and you read the nameplate that's at the bottom of the glass case, and it just says Tasha at the bottom of it.
Oh.
And I know there's a whole lot more to this, but I can't believe that I've lost a Post-it. That's the danger of Post-its. Okay.
So is she still over there laughing?
Oh yeah, like rolling around on the floor, on the ground, cannot control herself laughing. Yes.
I assume I know her since I'm of them.
She's wearing butterfly wings, so she's not of the carnival.
Oh.
It's a visitor, I guess.
Okay, so the one who went into the Hall of Illusions, were they of the carnival? No.
Was not of the carnival, no. They were
Okay.
guests, yeah. Patrons, if you will.
Awkward.
Yeah. Apple, I need to ask, how close to that display did you get? Were you within 10 feet?
Doesn't look like it. If it looks like I'm standing by the door here. Oh, I mean, I could try to.
No, it was just because you went over to have a look at the thing
Yeah.
inside of it, right? Did you get within 10 feet, or did you just kind of peer from where you're standing?
I probably went a bit closer. So yeah, 10, 5, yeah, probably 5 feet.
About 5 feet in? Okay. Let me see. There's another check that I gotta get you to do. Just give me a quick second. I have all of this on Post-its, and unfortunately, I have lost a Post-it. So upsetting. Okay. Bum bum. Bum bum. Okay, perfect. Do. Give me a wisdom saving throw, Apple.
Okay.
All right. You are now suffering from the effects of the spell of Tasha's hideous laughter.
Oh no!
Just let me see if I can find it for you real quick. I've got a feeling that I'm not going to be able to, but we're going to try. Yeah, okay. We'll look it up on D&D Beyond. Tasha's hideous laughter.
So the lady is Tasha?
Yeah, well, inside of that glass case. I'll get to those details here in a second. Okay, so.
Yeah.
So a creature of your choice that you can see within range. That happens to be you, Apple. You find everything hilariously funny and fall into fits of laughter. You made your wisdom saving throw, or you did not make your saving throw. You've also fallen prone, so you are also on the ground laughing hysterically. And you are incapacitated and unable to stand up for the duration, which is about a minute.
Okay.
At the end of
I
each
go
of
up to both of them.
Okay, perfect. At the end of each of its turns, and each time it takes damage, a target can make another wisdom saving throw. Okay, well, we'll just periodically allow you to make another wisdom saving throw. Okay, so Cypress, sorry, not Cypress. Why did I say Cypress? Apple, I'm just going to move you over here so we know that you are in front of that.
Well, Cypress is on her way over now that she's rolling on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Everybody that
I'm
is
going over.
everybody that is moving in to help Apple, you also have to make that wisdom saving throw for me.
Miss Apple, are you all right?
Yeah, can I talk while I'm laughing?
Oh, well, yeah, the same way that you can talk while you're having a fit of laughter. Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like in real. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't stop laughing.
Uh,
Stop! Don't come closer. I don't know what's happening.
Cypress.
It's too late. I'm close.
Yep. And you fall to it as well.
Saving throw?
Oh dear.
Oh Lord, help us.
Yes.
Oh no.
Cynthia, I need a wisdom save from you too. Please. For rain.
Oh Lord.
Oh, there it is. Okay. So for the next minute, I hate to say it, but Leim, you are stuck with these three fools who are laying on the ground laughing hysterically.
No, I'm not. I do not look associated to them.
I'm like trying to get out, laugh at my head off. Oh, we gotta get away from the box. And I'm like trying to drag them out
Trying to
away
stand.
at a range of the box.
Right. Okay.
Like dragging
try to
them
help bring
crawling
Apple out.
away.
Yeah, I'm tiny.
I
You
have
can
no
bring me.
strength, though. Cypress is on
Oh.
their own.
Amazing. Okay. Everybody give me another wisdom save.
I guess mine's high.
I like
I
that.
know.
I like
And I
that
tried
Liam
to
just
drag
pieced
that girl
out.
that was there too.
Goodbye. Okay, good. That looks better. That looks better. Oh dear.
Oh man, I almost had a 16.
You almost did, but you did not.
I went back in for the other girl.
Okay, no problem. All right. So Apple and Cypress, you guys are fine.
I did not like that.
Yeah, that hurt my tummy.
That hurt my tummy. All right, so Rain is going in to try to save the girl again. I am
Yeah.
going to roll a d20 to see if she can recover. I don't know what her stats are, so I'm just gonna roll with a 0 modifier. Oh, she's not doing well either. I don't know why it rolls under
Super
Apple
depressed.
Mooncake. I'm sorry, Apple. I think it's just because I clicked you
I'm
last.
dragging her. I'm trying to
Weird.
drag her out.
Yeah. Okay.
Get her away from it.
Give me another saving throw. Do, 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 do.
I hope they're not all like that.
Oh, wait. Perfect. All right. So you
They
got
need
that
a
as
warning
well.
on that thing.
So as you guys are standing around and you're kind of looking down at this poor halfling who just, laughed in her beloved's face as he proposed marriage. And
Mhm.
she still doesn't seem to be able to help herself here the way that you guys were able to. And Rain, you see a bunch of your coworkers come along. You've seen them before. They're kind of like I don't want to say paramedics because they're not quite that official, but it's along those lines. There are people who are there to help people who
Responders.
yeah, they're responders of some sort. They're not security, but they're just there to make sure that everybody in the Witchlight Carnival is as safe as they can make them, and to
Yeah.
help in situations like this one that seems so odd. If anybody else, besides Apple, because she's already rolled for it, but if anybody else wants to give me a history check, we'll see if we can get to the bottom of what that costume was about.
I'm proficient in that, so I won't roll.
I'm not either, but
Yeah.
I'm rolling anyway.
I'm not.
Okay.
Oh,
I don't really.
All right.
look, I'm not proficient, but I got a 19.
Yeah.
I
So
got a +0.
Yeah, but my character wouldn't know much about history anyway.
yeah,
You
fair
never
enough.
know. Could
Um,
spark a memory from something.
Okay, Rain. So you recall suddenly, because you're standing there scratching your head, and you're like, I just don't remember this ever happening before. It's so strange and it's so weird. And you're like, oh right, a couple of towns ago.
You sound like a surfer.
Oh,
right, dude.
So a couple of towns ago, somebody came and approached Mr. Witch and Mr. Light and offered to sell them this mannequin with this particular costume on it. So inside of that glass case is a wooden mannequin. The mannequin has a grin on its face. It has raven hair, and it's in a witch's attire. So it also has a green flowing cape that's hovering inside of the glass cabinet. So it always seems to be moving in some kind of almost like a celestial breeze. You don't know where it's coming from. And the sign reads, Tasha the Wizard, known for her hideous laughter. And so what you remember the warning being from Mr. Witch and Mr. Light was to encourage Witchlight workers to avoid coming close to this particular display because the effects of Tasha's hideous laughter are so strong around this, because it's Tasha's actual clothes from earlier, I don't want to say previously, but from like earlier in her witch life, I guess is how to phrase it.
All right, you got to stay away from that thing. All y'all.
Noted.
All right. So the Hall of
Is
Illusions.
is the chickie still laughing their head off?
Yeah, the Witchlight carnival workers have kind of taken her away. So as she's moving further and further away, the effects are less and less drastic and severe. And eventually she will kind of straighten up, and she starts asking for Reuben.
We'll see if we can find him.
Okay. So the Hall of
Yeah,
I
I'll
think
Illusions.
she
go
went
in
into
there.
the place. Yeah.
Perfect.
I approached the doorway. I'm like, I look back at them like, y'all sure you want to come in here?
I'll go in.
Why?
Why?
Yeah, hell yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Like, All right,
So,
your funeral, and I
It's-
walk in.
Wait,
Okay.
what?
pardon me.
What?
Mm. Oh, I'm drinking a London Fog, and it's the best thing on the planet right now.
I just raised my
Oh
eyebrow.
my God, I love
Oh,
those.
Oh, they're
illusions.
so good. Okay. So this large tent is painted with a mural of shifting images that show grinning fairies diving into pools of color. So like a fairy might be in a blue dress and then they'll hit a pool of color, and when they come out of the other side of it, suddenly they're in a yellow dress. So you're seeing that kind of like metamorphosis happening in this mural. The stripes of the tent all go in the area of the pointed canopies that you can see there in the picture, and the whole display seems designed to like befuddle and maybe kind of confuse onlookers a little bit. You know, when you're in school and you start learning about optical illusions and they show you that wheel and you spin it and one wheel is suddenly moving in two different directions.
Yeah.
You know
Mhm.
that you're getting that kind of
Yep.
a sensation. Like you have a hard time believing your eyes right now as you're looking at this tent. A clown dressed in muted garb stands at the tent's entrance, blinking at you. Eventually,
No clown.
Eventually, he tilts his head and he just holds out his hand, and in his other hand, he has a hole puncher.
He has a what?
Hello.
A hole
Hole
puncher.
punch. I present my
Oh,
ticket.
hole puncher.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll present mine too.
All right, perfect. So as
Yeah, me
he's
too.
punching your tickets and he hands it back to you, and when he does, you know, you guys kind of your eyes meet. He gives you a nod. Another thing that you notice about him is that the hair is not just sorry, that was the wrong word. The color is not just washing out of his clothes. It's actually starting to seep out of his hair, out of his eyes, out of his skin in general. Like he's just starting to look very pallid and like almost monochromatic.
Like in front of us?
No, not in front of you, but you can just tell like his eyes used to be bright, bright blue, and now they're like a very, very, very soft, almost like a cornflower blue. You know?
Oh, so he
Okay.
looks pale.
Yes,
Yeah, he should be.
definitely pale, and all of his accoutrements are also looking very, very pale.
Faded and
Yeah, exactly. Looks like this guy has had a hard time. But you
Yeah,
guys,
I look at him. It's like I still find all you clowns creepy, and I walk in.
and he tilts his head and kind of nods a little bit and does like a deep bow and gestures for everybody to go inside of the tent.
Yeah, but I
Cypress
pat
bows
him
as
on the
well.
shoulder as I walk past.
'Kay.
Because I know him.
You sure do. And Cynthia, let me see if I can. Oh, I was hoping I could like send you a whisper chat. Hang on a second. I can just go to our Facebook chat. I've got a little bit of a note to send to you. I gotta remember to send you a few short notes before we start each one of things that you would know that nobody else would.
Yeah.
Excuse me. That would make this a bit easier.
Where'd you go, Leim? You missed the laughing thing.
Oh yeah,
fun.
no, I didn't miss it. I saw it.
I
It
don't
was good.
recognize
I
it.
mean, it looked pretty funny from where I was standing.
Wasn't funny for us.
Wow. Nothing's gonna hurt you. It's carnival.
She hurt her tummy.
I heard your tummy.
My tender tummy.
Oh no! Oh no!
You say that nothing's gonna hurt you at the carnival. I walk by. Don't even look at you. I'm like, sure, it's a carnival, and I keep walking.
Exactly. You know.
Are you gonna do that the entire time?
Pretty much, yeah.
That's funny.
I have to keep the mystery of the carnival alive. You know that.
I mean, I'm down. If someone wants to pick a fight, let's pick a fight.
No fighting. We get kicked out.
It's very true.
And what can happen?
We
Okay.
get kicked out.
No, I don't want to get kicked out. I want to go to all the rides.
So you guys head inside of the Hall of Illusions. And one thing that you notice is that it's just tall mirrors everywhere once you get inside. And some of them are like the funny carnival ones. Like, you suddenly look like a Coca-Cola bottle in one mirror, and you're stretched tall and skinny in the next one. The next one, you're short and round, and the next one you have a giant boobs, and the next one your butt looks huge, all that kind of stuff. But every once in a while, you come across a mirror, and it's a younger version of yourself. So, Rain, you're seeing yourself at like 5 or 6 years old. This is something that you are all experiencing. But it's only like once in a while you'll come across this mirror. The rest of them are like, you're making funny faces, all of that kind of stuff. The place is very dimly lit. And the further you go inside of the Hall of Illusions, the more like chilled or chilly, I guess, not chill, but a more chilly the atmosphere seems to get. It doesn't get cold. There's just like an uncomfortable thing that kind of sits at the base of your neck there and kind of sends shivers up your neck.
As I passed the clown mimey dude, I asked, "Did you see which way the halfling ran?"
And he just looked up at you and he nods and he just gestures in.
Okay.
So you guys continue to... Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I just, as we're going in, I'm calling out to, because I heard her ask for Reuben.
Yes.
I'm calling out for Reuben.
Your calls are largely unanswered, but every once in a while you hear like a fumbling of footsteps. Like not somebody who is calmly walking through a place, but somebody who stops and looks at something and maybe gets startled, and that like scuffling of footprints, and then the footsteps seem a little bit more rhythmic for a second, and then they stop, and then they start up again. So you're kind of hearing that, but you're not really sure. You can't quite pinpoint inside of this tent exactly where they're coming from. Everything seems a little bit confusing in here. So as you go deeper and deeper into the hall, it's more of the same stuff. It's more of the funny mirrors, but every once in a while you come across one of those that make you appear younger. So instead of looking 5 or 6, now you guys are looking like 12 or 13 years old. And then
I'm a baby bunny.
just a little baby bunny, a little baby. And then you continue through, another couple of aisles of mirrors, and you see yourself, in your mid-teens. And, you're wearing too much eyeliner, and, your earrings are too heavy for your ears, but it didn't matter because you were 16, and none of those things bothered you at 16. And then you go through a little bit more, and you come across another mirror. This is you in your early 20s. Guys, tell me how you guys all looked in your early 20s, assuming that you're not in your early 20s
21,
right now.
so that's what right where I am now.
Right. Okay. So you're just seeing a reflection of yourself. What about the rest of you?
Probably for Cypress, early 20s. That would be when she was in between jobs. Let's see, where'd her biography go? I'd say she was working. Oh, I lost it. Dang it. I think she was working at the inn around that time.
Okay.
No, not the inn. Yeah, let me pull it up. And she was definitely scrawnier then. And I think around that time she was having an allergic reaction to one of her jobs.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
dear.
so she's got the rash and some firmness and
Oh,
yeah, that sounds about right.
a really young version of me looked like a little prim and proper, like not looking like me now. The 13-year-old one of me, I looked rebellious.
Mhm.
That's when I ran away and came to the circuit, to the carnival, and joined it.
Okay.
And then more and more rebellion to where I am now.
That's great. So as you guys are continuing to go through the Hall of Illusions, you start to hear some other voices. And especially for Leim, these footsteps sound a lot like your footsteps.
Floppy, here I come.
So it's like Another satyr is close by. And you hear a whole lot of talking. And as you guys round a corner, you just see, you know, when you go into a room and you just see like the back of somebody's like heel as they're just leaving, like that kind of timing. That's kind of what you see as the two people continue on through the Hall of Illusions. And you hear them talking about somebody going through a mirror, and you hear them talking about getting a ring back to the girl.
Oh, it's that reject.
Right. So, as you kind of continue and you're kind of following the direction that these voices are going in, you stop in front of a mirror. And what you see in this mirror is familiar and chilling at the same time. When you look in this mirror, you see Reuben himself. But he seems to be walking across this really weird looking terrain, and you only see the back of him. However, he's holding hands with a little girl. And as the little girl turns and looks over her shoulder, you see her wearing a pig mask, and you see that familiar, twisted, super creepy, jagged tooth grin that you guys experienced not that long ago here in the Witchlight Carnival.
That
I've been
doesn't seem
purposely
right.
pushing this out of my mind, so I'm gonna keep doing that.
Okay, no problem.
Cypress knocks on the mirror.
No reaction at all from Reuben. The little girl just holds her finger up to her lips like she's telling you to be quiet, like she's shushing you.
Reuben.
Rude.
I knock
Rude.
again.
Right?
Rude to shush people.
Rude.
Reuben.
I call rude. It's like there's just no reaction at all from Reuben, and the little girl and him just walking as they're getting further and further away into this very strange looking terrain. There's a mist that covers the mirror, and when the mist disappears, you're left with just a reflection.
I don't think we're gonna reach him.
No, he's gone.
Do you know
Probably
where?
outside already.
Okay.
Doesn't seem like outside.
Would I recognize where she led him to?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Was the girl in wings?
The girl he proposed to?
No, the little girl with the
The
pig
little girl.
mask. Was she wearing
No,
attendant.
she's not wearing wings.
Turn to Rain. Does she work for the carnival?
Hang on.
Do I know if she works for the carnival?
Just give me a second. Sorry. This is secret stuff. If we were at a table, I would be whispering to Cynthia. Hugh. One more thing. Okay, so Rain, you don't really know a whole lot. From time to time, perhaps you've caught a glimpse, but you've paid them no mind. No need to, really.
Okay. All right. So I'm like, no, let's go, guys. He may find his way back eventually.
Okay.
You think we should leave or continue through?
Let's continue through.
I'm a little nervous. I know what happened with my tummy already.
Uh-oh.
As long as you don't
Can
go
I
in
use
the
some
mirror,
of
it
my
should be okay.
lavender? Can I use some of my lavender stuff for my tummy?
Absolutely, you can.
I always have like my little alchemy stuff on me.
Absolutely, yeah. This is actually a very special blend that you've put together. It's both calming and soothing. So there's lavender, there's vanilla, and there's peppermint all mixed into one. It's amazing.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I smell good.
It's so great. It's so great.
I'll associate this smell forever with the horrors that I've encountered in this place.
I mean, fair enough, I suppose. But as you continue to follow the pathway, I guess, to the Hall of Illusion, as you stop and you get those mirrors that show you a reflection of yourself, you do gradually age, and you do at one point see yourself as an incredibly frail, elderly being. And
Am I cute? Am I a
that's-
cute old lady?
That's for you to decide.
I hope so.
Just imagine like one horn's broken.
What horn is broken?
Don't know how it
I
happened.
imagine I've got even more tattoos than I have already, and
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and the belt that you wear has turned into more of a corset to keep your boobs up. You know, all of that kind of like classic aging stuff has started to happen. Instead of wearing your hair down, it's now tied up in a bun. All of that kind of stuff.
I think Cypress would have hers like shaved close.
Yeah, definitely.
oh, mine's just random colors. Probably I'm not doing as many colors. I already have silver hair, so it doesn't.
Well, there are colors in it. Just instead of them being the bright colors that you prefer now, they're definitely more pastel. They're it's a soft pink instead of a bright one. It's a nice baby blue instead of a vibrant like sapphire blue. You know,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. All right. So as you guys exit the Hall of Illusions, you do see that group of 5. They're standing in a circle, and they seem to be having a very serious discussion. Not so much about what they. Actually, no, that's not how to describe it. Give me a perception check or investigation, whichever is better for you.
What are that? Perception? Oh, I'm bad at that.
Investigation.
Investigation?
Perception.
I'm slightly less bad at that.
Oh,
More bad?
mine are the
Less bad?
okay.
same.
Are we all doing one? Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're okay.
Perception.
19, 10, 6, and do. Apple. 8. All right. Cypress. Perhaps it's because you are like half of an entire person taller than the rest of the people that you were with. I mean, that may have something to do with it. But
with the crowd.
yeah, but you do overhear the group, and they seem to be very concerned with who this little child is in the pig mask. They did, it seems, manage to get a hold of the engagement ring that you saw with somebody who you presume is called Reuben. And from what you're overhearing, the little satyr saying in that group is that they watched Reuben and the little girl walk right through the mirror. And when they went in to try to follow them, when they touched the mirror, it was back to being just a panel of glass. It was hard. They couldn't get through it at all. But when they looked down, they found the engagement ring laying on the floor of the Hall of Illusions. So they picked it up and they were bringing it out to give to the halfling woman. They're just not really sure where she went.
And I speak up. I say, "Excuse me."
And you know what? Give me a second, because I can get a member of that group to just pop on here briefly. Actually, let me take 5. I've got to debrief for a quick second. We'll be right back. This is going to be great. All right, so we are back. And Cypress, you look over to this other group and you see a large turtle who seems to be looking back in your direction.
Excuse me.
Hello. What am I looking at? Are you a
She's a 6'5", pretty young
just
minotaur.
eye to eye? It's so nice to have a conversation with somebody that can see my way of speaking, literally and physically. How may I help you, person of steers?
I'm Cypress. Hi.
Well, hello, Miss Cypress. What may I do for you this evening?
I overheard some of the conversation. The lady with the ring was taken by staff.
Oh,
in
no.
that direction.
She finally got some respite. It's fantastic, really.
Yeah, she got pulled away. Avoid that box, by the way.
Oh,
It's
of
not
course.
good.
The box is just actually quite a very important item. Do you like to laugh?
That one hurts.
Oh, yes, it does. It's infectious, even. I mean, like, I myself am a practitioner of some hideous laughter. If a joke doesn't particularly land perfectly when it comes to my friends and new compatriots, as yourself, maybe a little bit of tug and peel, but what's happening from that particular box seems to be more sinister. I mean,
It was not fun.
an entire relationship was just destroyed in front of my eyes. In fact, I've sent 3 of my lollygag friends into the room to try to comfort the husband. It wasn't her fault. She laughed because of hideous laughter.
Yeah, we saw some of it. It wasn't good.
It's not joyful at all, is it? I mean, like a good bully ha, is good for everyone. It's just fantastic for the soul. But when it comes from Tasha herself, an incredible bard in her own right, but a little bit of a dark streak, if you know what I mean.
I do not.
Well, so to make, I look at your group. Have you come from the group? Like, do I see the rest of you?
Yes, we're all together.
Ah, yes. I would make some deep cutting inference about your group by itself and create a joke that everyone else would simply disagree with but can't help but laugh. That's the essence of Tasha's hideous laughter. It is to dig and to create pain within what should be amusing to the group.
You should see my eyes glaze over.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's going, uh-huh.
Well, yes, we thank God the girl's taken care of, but we have, it was Reuben, yes? Reuben
What
was
was that?
the individual that I believe went into the actual Hall of Mirrors. His name was Reuben. Why he fled, or what he was fleeing, other than his beloved turning him down literally in the moment of his rapture, was simply to flee into the Hall of Mirrors. Poor Reuben, we weren't really able to follow him as far as we'd wanted. He went into a mirror.
I wasn't able to call his attention either.
Yes, he was quite distraught. When it comes to a wedding analysis, who knows? Did she laugh because she thought he was asking a ridiculous request, or did it bring up the actual internals about her feelings about his proposal, or was it just simply a curse standing too close to that box?
I think it was poor timing and poor place to drop the question.
Well, very apologies. My wife forgot that I'm dyslexic and can't read cursive.
I'm sorry, I forgot to print. I'm passing him notes and I keep forgetting to print. Sorry.
My brain literally can't do that.
I'm
so,
sorry.
Yeah, that's just scribble lines for me. Yes, we do have his ring though. It's quite sad. It's the only thing that didn't go through the mirror itself. In fact, one of our compatriots put the ring to the mirror, and it did scratch it. So perhaps the ring. Do I have the ring?
No, you guys gave it to the halfling, to the girl,
To the girl.
before she got taken
I
away.
mean, there could be something very important about that ring itself. It wouldn't allow Rupert to pass completely through. The only, his clothing went through. It's not like he went in as a naked blue jay, as you were. But he.
All I heard was naked.
How am I cutting off this much?
That bad? Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I talk a lot, so this is probably problematic.
Yeah. Mel cuts out a lot too, though.
Do I really?
Yeah,
That's-
you
you
do. Yeah.
Terrible. I don't
makes sense.
I
understand
think it's
why.
just Discord because you don't catch it on the stream.
I'm literally
Yeah.
looking at $7,000 of technology in front of me. So.
Right. It shouldn't be happening.
It's probably Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Discord.
No, but what I can tell you is one thing that didn't pass through the mirror itself is the ring. We did, as a parting gift, or perhaps for a reason for her to find her hopeful beloved, we did give it to the damsel in distress that was laughing.
Didn't catch that last part either.
No, I just heard we just gave to
Wow, I don't know how to do this character without
Yeah,
speaking
no,
eloquently
it's
and quickly.
fine. Yeah, it's fine. So he was just saying that they gave the ring to the girl before.
Oh, they did find. They
Yeah.
did pass it along.
Yeah.
You know
okay,
what?
good.
Well, we're going to use this and just make it into a thing that I think the group is dumb. So, the ring didn't pass through the mirror. The ring, the circly thing within my hand, it did not pass through. That is weird. I look in now thinking I finally found my audience. By the way, I'm
Why
a
is
bard
there a
that's not
fairy on the
bardish.
screen?
Pardon? Yes, I just found a picture of Candlefoot, so I just wanted to send that along to everyone.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
Okay, I was like,
That's
who's
definitely
this?
that's
Sorry.
definitely not
Like,
my
what
character.
on earth?
Sorry.
I'm like, that's not the turtle.
What?
So I'm,
Okay.
I'm a
That's
very
not a turtle.
I'm a very lithe turtle.
Yes.
Shell just very small in the middle of my back. No.
Shell's invisible.
Yes. Why do you care? I mean, it was distressive, and I didn't want an individual to have his entire nuptials destroyed because of just the distance between him and a very powerful relic. I think that the problem truly spun from being this close to Tasha's actual hat and garb.
I think that's why she was laughing, not that she was turning him down.
And who are you? My name is Bevy. Very nice to meet you.
I'm Rain. Rain Bush.
Irene. What am I looking at, Irene?
Just rain, not
I am
I.
a
Oh.
half elf with rain with multicolor hair. I actually work here
Oh,
at
you-
the carnival.
Well, then we should be asking you about this. Where's your safety protocol, honestly? I mean, like, could just any married couple just be diffused by the presence of a fluffy coat?
Well, if you get too close to the fire, you're gonna get burned.
I wear fluffy
call it
coats.
blue,
You
but-
calling me a fire?
Jesus Christ.
There's no fire here.
Yeah, perhaps that is the problem. So has people gone missing beforehand at the Hall of Illusions?
Oh, it is a hall of illusions.
Well, yes, that means that they don't exist, not that someone falls within them.
Didn't seem like an illusion. Like,
Yes, that would be one hell of a trick to get rid of a poor halfling. He may have a mortgage.
May have a
You
mortgage.
never know. He could turn up or not.
Well, that's not very helpful to his landlord and his bonny lass. And there needs to be some, definitely, I mean, like, I'll stand up for the common man. What if I was asking a young turtling to be my bride in the idea of shells?
Well, go back in and take a look and see if you go through anything.
I have no interest in going into that room. A bunch of my friends did, and they came out worse from where? As a person that is part of this particular carnival. I'd expect a little bit more true and other care about what happens to your carnival goers. I bang on my shell to make a point.
It is a carnival. You never know what'll happen when we leave town.
Well, you don't say that about the restaurants outside of your own town. Oh, don't go to the Piggly Wiggly. You'll just may end up soup.
Wiggly, wiggly.
I know. Where does this is my everyday.
Hey, you asked for this.
I sure did.
I was safely upstairs in bed with Olaf.
I know. You're right. I came upstairs and disturbed your peace. I'm paying for it.
She's like, entertain us.
Right. Right. Okay, so
Well, no, I'm not done with the person that seems... She's not an owner, but she's a person. It's like when you yell at the waiter and not the chef.
right.
Yes. Excuse me, a halfling has gone missing upon your watch. What exactly? And
No,
I'd
it's
like
not
to
my
know.
watch. I'm off duty.
In fact,
She's on vacation.
yeah, oh, well, that's
on
nice.
vacation.
Staycation, aren't we all so 20th century? Like, I point back, and you do see the only ethereal thing about me is just a pen that is writing constantly upon a scroll of parchment. It's like, now take this down. So you being a off-work employee of this wonderful carnival, what do you think about the disappearance of yet another, and I point back to the scroll as it scribbles furiously, halfling on your watch? The readers want to know.
Another?
Well, yes, you said many people go missing.
Oh no, I didn't say that.
What did
I
you
said
exactly
I said
say?
it is a hall of illusions. They may turn up.
That's not okay when you have to appear at work to your
Cypress is reaching for the scroll.
They're about to go chaotic on you.
Oh no!
Is this is he a journalist?
I
Or are
am
you just-
actually.
How is
Ooh.
it
Ooh,
moving?
journalist.
No. I am a purveyor of the most important news in the regions. You can find my rag at most stops. The choirs never say my words exactly correct, so they're not exactly in the most prosperous places. Yeah, you could usually find my articles in the back page and or last page of most newsworthy appendages.
Try to get in position to read what it says.
Are you about to curse me of some
It
sort?
is absolutely verbatim everything that he has said and everything that you guys have replied.
Yeah,
It's perfectly recorded.
Unfortunately, there is no artistic ability in it. One thing you don't know about me is I'm a bard that's lost his artistic ability because I came into the carnival unannounced.
when you were a kid.
Yeah, so I'm an incredible bard that has no artistic ability.
Tell me that wasn't a tough dice roll. Woof.
No, Cypress is just observing the scroll as he's writing and saying
Yeah,
like random things in the background.
Yeah, those
Secret records it.
those exact words are scribed down,
Right.
but there's just no like coloring or flavor around it. Unfortunately, it's just like a stream of consciousness.
There's no interpretation. Or
Yeah. I've lost the ability to make it. I can speak colorfully, but like it's just like girl walks up to guy, exact words said.
Very
So very-
literal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no artistic. I mean, I'd be a great war reporter.
Mm.
True. All right. So, Bevy, as you're having this conversation, you kind of look back over your shoulder, and your group seems like they're heading down towards the snail races.
Yeah, well, it appears that my collective of colleagues are going down to try to go very fast on very slow things. It was a pleasure to meet all of you. Your story is safely within my journals, so if anything does prosper from it, just know that you will be immortalized upon the pages of Bevy's greatest work.
Well, enjoy yourself.
Of course. What are you
For
up
the
to
rest of your
next?
stay at the
And by the way, why do you care about the halfling? Like, it happened right in front of me, and I saw one of my greatest bard
Just
fellow.
trying to get him reunited with his love.
So it was a personal reason. Yes. I can
I heard you
understand
say
that.
the ring, and I figured you might want to know where she went.
Well, I don't know, but I will say that the only thing external from the individual that went through the mirror of the Hall of Illusions, the only thing that was unable to pass was the ring. And when we applied pressure to the precious glass, it did crack it and scratch it. That'd be probably what we uncovered ourselves. Have you tried the bubble tea?
No, I think we're gonna head there next.
You definitely should. Quite a view. Just think it's less like clamming and more like swimming.
Catch that last part.
Less like climbing, more like swimming.
It sucks that this whole thing is
I
getting
know.
broken up.
Yeah.
I promise you, girls, there's actually some pretty cool shit in there.
We believe you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Drunk by the pixies, yes?
Oh, yes. I've heard some, and you have to keep this to yourself. I've heard that the pixies get into quite a few problems and interesting pastimes. I'm very excited to go. Very excited to go view their kingdom.
They have good
There's
snacks.
a lot of there's quite a variety of things to behold here in the carnival. Make sure you avail yourself of, all of them.
Oh, well, of course. Tried the kerneled corn. I've heard good reports upon that one. Apparently stay away from the sickeningly sweet apples. Just a little bit of reporting on the ground. It was very nice to meet you. Apparently I'm going to become exceptionally tiny for a short amount of time.
Yes, in the pixie kingdom.
Yes, toodaloo
Enjoy the Pixie
Bye-bye.
Kingdom.
as I walk off. Lumber. There is
Bye-bye,
a very
scroll.
there is a very large
Bye-bye, scroll.
yeah.
Bye bye, scroll.
Yeah.
Um,
The scroll looks back and just like as if it was a person
the
holding it.
quill waves.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it does nod in appreciation that the invisible servant was actually not invisible for once. Definitely his own little personality, and does follow me behind.
All right.
I just have an image of from Aladdin, like when the magic carpet was doing stuff. That's what the scroll reminds me of.
Very, 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 very. I mean, like, can you imagine the poor, like, because the way I look at my unseen servant is he actually is artistic, but is just forced to write this dribble.
That's funny. I didn't know about that piece.
Yeah, well, he definitely has an opinion about the pieces I write.
Fair.
But so sauntering off a very lumbering, not quick to walk or anything, but the hat. That's the last part of your memory. The hat in the wind, the feather just catches the breeze perfectly. And I do go join my group again.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you for joining.
I will go back and scratch the Olaf.
Yes.
I'm sorry that they only heard like every other word.
Yeah,
that
I
kind
know.
of
I'm
sucks.
sad about it too.
Yeah, it
But
was
it'll be
quite-
all right.
It was quite good.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I guess even the
You did really
castmates will.
well.
Yeah, I guess even the castmates have to go back and watch
And
this
watch it
episode,
again,
right?
yeah.
I said some cool shit.
Yeah.
I guess.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So you guys are now going to head off towards the Bubble Pop Teapot.
Yeah.
Bubble
That's
Pop
where we're going
Teapot.
next. All right.
Remember, swim, not climb.
Oh, swim, not climb. He's reminding you.
Swim, not climb.
Where's the entrance? Oh, other side.
Okay. So
Down
hang on a second. There was the thing that I was going to note, and now I can't remember.
Or is it up there?
What?
Which way is it? Is it down
Bubble
here
Pop
with the
Teapot.
opening?
Oh, I see what you're saying. How interesting. Yeah, I think it's up here.
Yeah, I know. It's like, but what's in here?
Yeah, an unnamed event. I don't know.
Okay,
Closed
then
for
I'm still here.
construction.
Yeah, a respite. I have no idea.
Big
Alright.
flower things.
So, that bubble bop teapot, though. All right, so as you approach, you see a 20-foot tall teapot. It's resting on a wooden platform. Its painted surface is whirring with moving images of flying dragons breathing streams of bubbles instead of the usual fire and smoke that you see with dragons. At the door, at the base of the teapot, this is your entry point to the interior. And as you approach, you see a group of goblins who are sitting around, and they are drinking tea from mismatched teacups and saucers. None of them match. A lot of them are even, a little chipped. Obviously, these teapots travel with the carnival, and they very obviously, well appreciated, aren't necessarily taken the best care of. When you are watching, people coming out of the bubble pop teapot ride, you see them kind of pop out of the tea spout, and they, they float up into the sky. Everybody looks like they are just having the greatest time. Some of them are even able to steer their bubbles and get them to go in particular directions. Others are just at the mercy of the breeze and where the air currents take them in their bubbles. Oh, by the way,
Again, something I want to do in real life.
I know, right? Did you guys all mark off a ticket punch for the Hall of Illusions, by the way?
Yep.
So I'll do that right now.
Okay.
3 punches.
Yep. And this bubble pop.
How do you do that? Where are we marking that off?
You just...
Oh, I just using it separately.
Yeah, just
Notes.
like 8 ticks on a piece of paper. Just don't lose the piece of paper.
Paper?
Or whatever. Yeah, just
You also put it in like your journal thing.
Yeah, just some way to
In
remind
the
yourself how many...
Character sheet.
Yeah. How many you've used.
Well, I'm always going to try, so.
We'll have 4 left after this one, right?
I think so, yeah.
That's if it needs a punch.
All right. It does. It costs 1 ticket.
Okay.
All right. So, as you approach, one of the goblins kind of straightens up a little bit. They're all kind of sitting on different toadstools and stuff like that outside of the ride. And one of them straightens up and sets his cup down and approaches. And he gestures to a sign that's kind of taped up along a railing in front of the ride. And it says, "The word you intend to say, try saying in a different way." For example, toil and trouble instead of toil and bubble. Or anything like that. You don't need to participate in this. It's purely for this goblin's amusement. But if you do engage, there is a little bit of a little something that you guys would get. But
What?
yeah.
He wants us to make a pun about bubbles?
Yeah, it could be a bubble pun. It could be a tea pun. It could be any kind of pun. Or like a typical saying that you take and you kind of twist it up a little bit so it comes out a little bit differently, like toil and trouble instead of toil and bubble. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Can we give us a phrase that we have to modify, or?
No, this would be just if you guys had something off the cuff. If you don't worry about it. It's not going to make or break what's about to happen. So just an opportunity for you to get a little extra something.
I'm thinking.
I know, it's a tough one. But you guys can think in the background and we can continue on to the ride, and then when you come out.
He wants it to be like a pun of involving bubble.
It doesn't have to involve bubble, but it, if you can make it involve it, that would be super cool. So the goblin approaches the railing and he says, "Yes, hello. My name is Trecklewise, and you are all here for..."
Hold on. What is his name? Treckle?
Trecklewise.
Wise.
Trecklewise. Yep.
Okay.
And he says, "I assume that you're all here to ride the bubble pop teapot.
Yes, please.
It's 1 ticket punch. Is that all right with everyone? Yes. Everything is all right?
Yep.
Yes? Okay,
There
good.
you go.
Wonderful. Please come this way. And
The
he
only thing going through my head is double, double, toil and trouble, fire, burning cauldron, bubble.
Yeah, well, that's what the toil and trouble is from, and they kind of they
Yeah.
put a little twist on it with toil and bubble instead of, or sorry, with toil and
That's
trouble instead of toil and bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so he leads you up to where the door is in the bottom of the 20-foot tall teapot, not peapot.
Peapot.
It's a totally different ride.
I'm not going on this ride. Give me my ticket back.
Right.
Peapot.
I'm going to the fruit and banana,
Yeah.
whatever this is.
Yeah. Oh dear. Okay. It's not pea. It's a teapot.
Yeah.
Sorry. He is wearing, by the way, bright yellow pants, and he happens to be also wearing butterfly wings. The butterfly wings look like a monarch butterfly, so they match his pants.
You.
And he has a string of spoons tied to his belt for no particular reason.
Do they make noise? Like, are they like
The heck
little
was that?
musical things?
Who just zoomed in?
You
That
did.
was Cypress.
Yeah.
Come out with his rainbow dash for some reason. This is the word
It just freaked me
word
out because
game
my,
thing.
my computer at work does random stuff.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So
No,
it
because
freaked me out when my computer at home did that too.
Yeah.
No, because I typed it, it jumped to it, but I don't know why it came out as rain instead on myself.
All right.
Anyway,
So, you guys go.
that's Cypress's contribution to the word game.
Okay, got it. Who would like to go first?
I will. I'll let Liam go.
Liam's gonna
you.
go first.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna
So,
go.
Liam, once you get inside of the teapot, there's not really a whole lot happening in here. There's just kind of like a queue of people, and your turn approaches, and you get up, and he gestures for you to step on this. It almost looks like a divot, like a little indent, I suppose, in the
Yeah.
floor. And he has you stand directly in the center of that. And as you're standing there and he's explaining to you, what's about to happen, as he's explaining these things, the things start happening. So you're suddenly surrounded by like this curtain of like an iridescent, just think bubble, like iridescent.
Right, yeah,
clear-
magic.
Clear film.
Fairy
Yeah.
bubble magic.
Exactly, yeah. And then the divot that you're standing on kind of feels like it connects with something, and it suddenly pushes you up towards where the spout of this teapot is.
Oh, yeah.
And as you get to the opening of the spout, your bubble detaches, and that's when the bottom of the bubble below your feet kind of finishes forming, and you're able to float out into the air. I would
Woohoo!
like you to give me an acrobatics check, please.
Do it. Well, I rolled a 1.
Okay.
So
All right, no problem.
doesn't really matter what my sweet dexterity score is.
Right. You are at the mercy of the wind currents and the breeze as to where your bubble goes over the carnival. You can't
That's
quite
fine with me.
steer it in a particular direction. Okay, who's next?
I'll go.
Okay, Apple, same situation. You go inside, you watch Leim. So you very carefully make sure that you're following all of the directions. You stand in the little divot thing.
Yep.
You've got your arms kind of folded in on yourself, and you're making sure that you don't touch any of the film when it starts to form around you. Same thing happens. It feels like the little plate that you're standing on connects with something. And it starts to rise, and you come up through the end of the spout, and the exact same thing happens. The bottom of the bubble finally forms, and you pop out of the spout. And I would also like an acrobatics check, please.
All right.
6. You are also at the mercy of the wind, but you are.
Oh no.
Yeah, but you are having like the best bird's eye view of everything in the carnival. So this is an opportunity for you guys really to just make sure, poke around on the map, you two, and have a look at, whatever else you see that you may want to visit, or anything weird that you want to investigate, or anything like that. Who's next?
Cypress will go.
Okay. So Cypress, it's a little bit different for you when you step inside. You same thing. You get the little bit of a lineup, and you get onto the plate, and you stand there, and the big bubble starts to form around you. And as you get to the top of the spout, instead of just being kind of pushed through it, it kind of blooms like a flower, and it just gives you a little bit more space for you to get through. And other than opening the very top of the spout, everything else is exactly the same. The bubble finishes forming just below your feet as the bubble detaches. Give me your acrobatics check.
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Trying to remember the swimming, but
Yeah, right.
nope.
You're trying to figure it out, like you're doing like a doggy paddle. It's just not having any kind of effect on the bubble whatsoever. He was talking more breaststroke. You're thinking doggy paddle. Okay. And Rain, are you going up in this thing?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Again, exact same thing. You come inside, you stand in the divot, the bubble forms around you. This is one that you tried maybe in the early days of you hanging out at the carnival, working there, being a part of it. And they've actually made a few improvements since the last time you were in it. One of them is actually this mechanism that they have that is the little divot that stands that's underneath your feet, and as it begins to rise, you come to the top of the spout, and that platform starts to move away, and as it does, that bubble finishes underneath your feet, and you're kind of pushed through the spout, and you are now floating in the air as well. Give me an acrobatics check.
Just type something in the thing.
Yeah. That's great.
Oh dear, acrobatics.
Yep. Wow. Okay.
We
no.
really suck.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of very specific exploring. But let me see. What can I tell you? Over around Lost Property, you see a giant cat. At the carousel, you do see a what's the word I'm looking for? Sorry, not a minotaur. Centaur, a centaur type being. The gondola swans, they are beautiful, and it looks like, if the bustle of the carnival is too much, it looks like a great place to kind of kick back and relax. Silver Song Lake looks tranquil as well, but it does seem a little bit odd with this mist that's kind of hanging around the border of the Silver Song Lake. You see a staff area, and leaning up on one of the wagons, you do notice a giant, not a giant, but a bugbear. He's wearing a jack-o'-lantern as a helmet. You do see that. Yeah, those are probably the things that you take in the most. Dragonflies dodge your bubble a couple of times just to make sure that there's no in-air kind of collisions. And after about a minute, your bubble pops. And it doesn't matter over which part of the carnival your bubble pops over. When you come down, you land back at the bubble pop teapot.
Is it like
That
a
was
crash
good.
landing, or is it like a feather falling?
Oh no, it's like a feather fall. Yeah, it's a
Okay.
very gentle. Whether you're on your feet or you touch down on your butt or whatever the case is, it is a very gentle, easy landing.
Did Cypress see any obvious portals?
No, you did not.
I didn't see any portals, guys. We sure this is the right place? Looking for Sablina.
Huh?
Oh, the original quest.
Yeah.
We're looking for the entrance to the Feywild. No portals.
No, not yet.
Sorry, I had to sneeze really bad. And I kept being like, maybe I could say something. I mean, portal in the mirrors seem pretty likely, but nothing in the teapot.
Yeah.
Where to next?
Man, I don't know, but Dragonfly Ride seems cool, and Feasting Orchard seems cool.
Yum.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's feast.
The feasting
Hungry.
orchard. Okay. We are off to the feasting orchard.
Oh yeah, can we take a 5 in real
Where's
life?
that?
Yes, of course we can. Just let me switch over to the 5-minute.
Yes.
Okay, just give me a
Okay, BRB.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Yep.
second. Okay, so we are back from a little 5-minute break. We're still waiting on one player to join us again. So in the meantime, I'm going to take the opportunity to plug a couple of other things that we have going on here. So with Wizards and Wine, next week you will get a chance to see our Las Vegas table. Again, playing through the Wild Beyond the Witchlight, there's going to be opportunities for characters to cross over into each other's games. Decisions and actions of one group will affect the other group's play. Carnival mood and all of that kind of stuff. Also, a few other things going on right now include a show called Vampires and Vitae. You can check that out on Sundays. It's a stream on the Pop Culture Cosmos Twitch. You can also catch them on Vampires and Vitae on their Facebook page and on their YouTube channel as well. Kind of a sister podcast of ours. And we have a new little sister podcast coming soon, guys. It's called Roll for Campaign. And basically what has happened is we've come together at a table with a DM. His name is Tyler. And we have rolled everything. We rolled theme for the campaign. We rolled settings. We rolled character race and class. All of that kind of stuff. Everything was left up to the dice. And we took 2 weeks away from the table. The DM kind of started to write a little bit of the story. And this coming Tuesday, so tomorrow night, is going to be our next live stream for that game. You can check it. It's late, though. It starts at like midnight here on the West Coast, so it's like 4 o'clock in the morning on the East Coast.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's late. But it is going to be eventually released in podcast form. I think we're waiting to get a couple more episodes in the bank before we start to release podcast episodes on that. But we'll keep you posted on when that starts to happen. It's an interesting premise. We have a player who's never played D&D before taking on her very first challenge, and she's playing a little goblin. It's really cute. So hopefully you'll be able to take in a couple of episodes of that. Is everybody back?
What night are you guys playing that?
It's Tuesday nights.
Tuesday night.
Yeah, it's like 4 in the morning
Yeah.
or
It's gonna be
something crazy.
Super late.
Yeah,
early
if it
for
was like
us.
Yeah.
if it was like weekends, oh, I'd be up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, that's the only time that all of our schedules would allow, which is insane, but that's the way things go. The thing about Las Vegas is everybody has to work, these weird kind of offbeat hours
yeah.
because the service industry is so prevalent here. So we need to be working when everybody else is finished. Do you know what I mean? Or we're working when everybody else is on vacation, so they don't really have a schedule. But anyway, doesn't matter. That's just food for thought, I guess. Erin, are
Feel
you
that.
back? There she is. Okay.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. So you guys are heading to the Feasting Orchard. Let me just zoom in a little bit for the stream. That's not the window I want. This one is.
Apple, you fell behind.
Ooh. Feasting Orchard. Incredible.
I'm coming. Where am I? I can't find my character.
Oh no.
Still the bubble pop.
Oh, way down there. Oh,
Way down there.
Oh, I'm silly.
Yeah,
And I'm like
that's
running on tiny little legs. Wait, no, I'm hopping.
Yes, you are definitely
Wow.
hopping. You kidding me? You get there much faster. Okay, so music and laughter radiate from this park. The heady scents of flowers, mead, and berry pie waft through the air. Stilt walkers pluck fruit from trees and hand them to festival goers. Musicians drum, pipe, and strum, and everywhere there is singing and dancing, and an inordinate amount of custard seems to be everywhere.
I like custard.
The Feasting
I'm eating
Orchard
custard right now.
bustles all through the night with activity from storytellers, musicians, and acrobats. The feasting tables are lined with merrymakers, and dancing springs up at the drop of a hat. It will cost you 1 ticket if you would like to enter the fairy cake eating contest. Any takers?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just yes.
Cake.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
All right. Let's do
Yummy.
it. Okay, so everybody is in on this?
5 punches.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay, fantastic. What I need is you guys to tell me what your Constitution modifier is. Yeah, just give me a quick sec. I just got to make a quick list of my characters. Leim, What's your con modifier?
2.
Okay. Apple?
Sorry, where am I looking here on my sheet?
Your constitution modifier.
Sorry. Yeah, +1.
+1. Okay. Rain?
+1.
Okay. And Cypress?
+3.
Nice. All right. So 5, 4, 4, 6. Wonderful. All right. So you guys walk up to the table, and there's a nondescript, we'll call it, witchlight worker, and witchlight hand, I suppose, is the correct term. And they are, kind of directing everyone around, making sure everyone gets seated, and is going over some of the rules. The idea here, the goal, it's simple. You need to eat as many of these fairy cakes as you can in 60 seconds. And there is actually a ridiculous little math equation that I have to do. And if you guys don't manage to make your con saves, which I'm going to ask you for here in just a couple of minutes, you are going to take custard damage. Yeah.
Does that mean we get sick?
Well, you probably get a bit of a tummy ache. Yeah. That's
Depends on who you are. Not gonna make me sick.
right. Yeah. They say you lose the contest and you have custard splattered all over you, but you can explain it as a bellyache if you would like. The bottom line is you don't make your con save, custard is a problem, and you're out of the contest. Yeah. That's basically what you need to know. Okay.
You get stains all over your outfit.
And I believe I have to do 3 seconds. Okay. So in 5, 10, 15 seconds, and then 20 seconds. No, that doesn't make any sense. That should be 25. Sorry. 20 and 30. All right. So, where's my little calculator? I just need to do something really quickly before I can continue on, and there was no way to pre-do this because I didn't. You can never predict where you guys are going to go. All right. 3 times that much gives us. Oh, that doesn't make any sense. Oh, no. Wait. I need to. Oh, okay. I see what it's doing. All right. Dang. That's quick. That doesn't make any sense. In about 3 seconds. Okay. Anyway, I'm just going to have to fake that it makes sense. All right. So each contest table piled high with these small glazed cupcakes. Each one is filled with a dollop of berry custard. And again, you need to eat as many as you can in 60 seconds. You can safely swallow a particular number of cupcakes. And for Leim, it's 5.
Oh, nice.
Apple and Rain, you're both able to eat 4 with absolutely 0 problems. Cypress, you're able to eat 6 with no issue. But now, I need everyone to roll a con save for me.
All right.
On save.
Con save. Okay. And Rain is good, and Cypress is good. Oh, Apple Mooncake.
Yeah.
Got a
I'm not rolling well these last few. I maybe need to change what my dice look like. Or
yeah. Put them in digital
something.
dice jail. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Okay, so Apple.
Yeah.
You are
That's
going
me.
to take 2 points of custard damage. So take it off your hit points. Look at me rolling as Cypress
Okay.
now. So that's fun.
It seems to be like whatever token you have
Token I
selected.
have selected. Yeah, it's weird. Can I just not select anybody? I don't know. Doesn't matter. It's fine. Okay. So you have taken some custard damage. Apple Mooncake heals 13 damage. How did that happen?
No, you know what? No, hang on. I did that wrong because I did it in the wrong spot.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm gonna do it on the actual sheet.
Okay.
Ignore me.
No, you're fine. But yeah, just make sure you take that 2 points of
okay.
damage. Everybody, another con check, please.
Check or save?
Good
Save.
question. Sorry.
Save?
It's the same for me anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's a save. Sorry.
Well, yeah, it's a. I get extra bonuses if it's a save.
Holy crap!
Okay,
Oh, no.
they hit each other.
What are dice?
The dice.
Yes,
they
yeah,
ricocheted.
they sure
Can
did.
they?
They ricocheted off each other.
Yeah,
Can
do.
they?
They sure did.
They
Yeah.
can, and they do.
Holy crap.
Apple, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
these are. I have to do. I was doing checks, not saving throws.
Okay, re-roll that one
I
for
need
me.
to change my dice. I'm so angry right now.
And Apple, you're gonna take 6 more custard damage.
I mean, it's the same modifier. I should have just left it. It's
Yeah,
the
right.
same modifier. Now I have a 5. Pog.
Okay,
Awesome.
and you're gonna take some custard damage. 5. I keep rolling as Apple. Just bear with me for that. All right.
So you said 6, so I was at, what was I at, 13? So I'm at 7?
And you had the 2
How
from
do I have so
before.
few how come I only have 15 hit points? That seems low.
Because we're
right?
only level
No.
3.
You're only
Hold
level
on, is
3
the
and you're
6
a
for me or is the 5 for me?
The 5 is for you.
cleric.
How do I take this damage? Oh, here we go.
Cool. All right. So, Apple and Leim have taken some damage.
Can I die of custard damage?
You don't die of custard damage, no. I promise. I promise.
You s-
I
feel
think
full of regret.
I pictured in my head. You remember the show You Can't Do That on Television?
Yes.
Yes.
And whenever they
yes.
said what or I don't know, they would get slimed.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is what I'm imagining happens.
Yeah, it's sort of that same
It's
idea.
like a splash, and then if you hit 0, you're slimed, but it's all custard.
Right. Yeah.
Adorable.
That's a great visual actually. It's good. Okay, so Apple, you've lost twice, so you are out. Leim, I need another con save from you, and Rain and Cypress the same, please. Con saves. Because y'all are just hoeing down on these fairy cakes. 19,
are yummy.
23. Oof.
Ooh.
Okay. Brain, that's your first one down. So Cypress, so far, you have eaten the most cupcakes. This is like
Nom, nom,
round, what, round 3? Round 4? Round 3?
3.
Yeah.
3.
Okay. Another round. So everybody but Apple, again with the Constitution saves, please.
Did I make my con save on that?
No, you did not.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to roll your
How many?
damage. Hang on.
Yeah.
5 custard damage. So 22, a 13, and a 23 with an 8. Okay. Everybody but Apple, make your rolls again.
Okay, I didn't make a roll last yet. Did everybody roll the 4th time? Because I was doing my taking my damage.
Yeah, no, we're just doing that roll right now.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, it already.
So,
did it,
Leim, that's your second fail, so you're out of the contest.
What? I got a 13 before. Okay, hold on. Okay.
yeah, because we rolled before you did the damage for Rains.
Oh, right.
Sure.
Okay, hang on. Apple, Leim. Okay, so you passed.
Doesn't matter anyway. We'd have to roll and it still fails. So.
Yeah. Rain and Cypress.
Oh, no, again? Okay.
Yep.
Because Cypress had rolled before you did my damage,
Yeah.
and they got a 17 on die.
Mm-hmm.
And then I rolled for that same turn after
Uh-huh.
you did my damage.
That's right.
Are we doing another one now?
Yes.
So number 4? 3, 5.
Yeah. Okay, you're good there. Nobody failed that one, right? Oh, Leim did. All right. And Leim didn't roll your damage for that yet. Here it comes. Oof, 8. So Leim and Apple are down. Okay. And Rain, you have one more time to fail, right? I believe.
Yeah.
Okay. So Rain and Cypress, give me another con save. Con save. All right. You both save. And the last round, each of you roll again.
Ooh.
Oof. So you are out on the final round, taking 1 more custard damage.
Okay.
So you're not like physically damaged. You're just like over full. When you eat too many sweets and you start to feel car sick, that's kind of where you're at.
Mhm.
Yum.
Yum.
All right. So
Smacking my lips.
Cypress, you
Uh-huh.
win a very fancy cupcake. It's in its own little protective casing, and it functions. Actually, no. The other group decided that it's funnier to not know what these things can do until you go to use them. That's what they decided, and I
Okay,
kind
yeah.
of agreed that that's hysterical. So, all that I can really tell you is that you have to eat the whole cupcake for the effect to take effect.
Okay.
Okay.
Fancy cupcake.
Yep. And I've got to make sure that
I'll add
I make
to
a
my
note.
inventory.
Cypress.
Consumables.
Okay. Note taken. Now, as you guys kind of step back from the fervor and frenzy that is the cupcake eating contest, you notice a woman sitting with some friends. She's sitting on a swing. She's under a pear tree, and she's strumming her lute. She keeps kind of looking at you guys, and she kind of smiles to herself and goes back to playing her lute. And she is a gnome, I can tell you that. And yeah, you can go and talk to her if you would like. It's entirely up to you.
I'll talk to the gnome.
To the gnome? All right.
Yeah. While I change my dice because they're so terrible.
Okay. We'll test them here in a second and see how you did with your
Yeah.
next pick. Pixie Kingdom. Nope, that's not where we are at. Nope, that's not where we are at. Nope, that's not where we are at. We are here. Okay, cool. So she's more important for the other group, but it's not bad for you guys to meet her. Okay, so as you guys approach, sorry, Apple, you were the only one who was going over, right?
I think so. I know I do want to go over, but I don't know if anyone else.
Okay, cool. So you head over to where she's quietly strumming her lute. Think of it as like lo-fi beats. That's what she's putting out.
Nice.
And she is, just hanging out with a few friends. Everybody's kind of sitting around in a circle, relaxing. Some people are eating pears picked from the tree. You're offered one. However, you just came from the cupcake eating contest.
Yeah.
Do
no
you want
thanks.
to accept a pear, or do you want to say no thanks?
I'll accept the pear. Can I take it for later?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Oh my god, I found the best dice. Oh my god, these are cool.
Okay, good. All right. So, she introduces herself as Eliwick Tumblestrom, and she remarks on how wonderful it is to meet you. And she kind of notices that you are with Rain. And Rain, you and Eliwick Tumblestrom may not be friendly exactly, but you give each other, lots of space. She also she doesn't really work for the carnival, but she travels with the carnival. And she seems to come and go as she pleases. You never know when you're going to see her or what she's going to be up to when she does reappear. But she is...
We tolerate each other.
Exactly, yeah. Like you've come to accept that the other exists, and that's about all that you guys need to do in terms of how friendly you are. She keeps a very small, very tight circle, and if you are not in that very tight, very small circle, she doesn't really bother with a whole lot.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's really kind of all that there is. It's just kind of meeting Eliwick Tumblestrom and perhaps sitting and listening to a few songs and maybe having a, small, inconsequential chat with her, that kind of stuff. Nothing really too crazy for you guys when you sit down to chat with Eliwick Tumblestrom. Some of the people, however, in her group want to know if you guys have been to the gondola rides. The Swandola rides.
Not yet. No.
Nope.
She suggests that you go because, you have not talked philosophy until you have talked philosophy with a swan.
All right.
And that's kind of as vague as she leaves it.
So we should go there. Wait, the swans talk? And I guess I'm a bunny person.
Yeah. Yes, of course they do. Oh, why wouldn't a swan?
Oh, sorry.
Why wouldn't a swan
so
talk?
sorry.
Why wouldn't a
Why
swan
sorry.
philosophy?
Why
Yeah.
philosophy? It just seems to be what they're into. Burley actually spends a lot of time there with the swans, which we all find quite interesting.
Ah,
Talking
Biscuit mentioned
philosophy?
him.
Talking philosophy, apparently, yeah.
Huh.
That's what we said. Huh.
Huh.
Interesting cat.
Mm-hmm. Philosophical swans.
Yeah, this could be interesting. I wonder, yeah, all right.
All right. So you guys want to head over to the swan rides?
Kinda.
Kinda.
I don't know.
I
It
mean-
sounds kind of boring.
You never know. They might.
I'm kind of excited.
They're just gonna be like, so what do you think about what happens to your soul when you die? Something.
Yeah, and then we all get off the ride and we've
We're
had
gonna
an
be like,
existential
well-
crisis.
Right.
Guess I'll go fly a dragonfly.
I guess I'll do that later. Whatever. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
All right. So the as you approach, you get a better look at the swans than you had when you were floating in your bubble, kind of haphazardly all over the carnival. And these swans are enormous, huge. They glide through the water, pulling these ornate wooden gondolas behind them, and they are draped in the sweetest smelling flowers you've ever smelled in your entire life. Like, they don't even seem like they could possibly be real. They smell that good. And then the swans disappear into banks of silver mist as they make their way down the river, which goes all the way around the Witchlight Carnival. And the swans, kind of go back and forth, and they come and they go, and all of that kind of stuff. And one comes to the end of the jetty, which is right in front of where Leim is standing. And she approaches, and she kind of bows her head a little bit and says, "Hello." No, how do I want to do it? "Hello. My name is Featherine. You may call me Reen for short, if you must. But I prefer Featherine. Would you like to go on a gondola ride around the Witchlight Carnival?"
Is she saying it to everyone?
Well, Leim is right there, so I don't know if
So just-
everybody else is there.
I don't know. Let me ask my friends.
All right. I
Oh,
mean,
we're over there. Okay.
I'm not going to wait here
Guys,
for very
guys.
long. I mean, I have a very busy swan gondola ride, you know.
I want to go. I want to
Gondola.
talk. You smell good too, Mrs. Swan.
Oh, well, thank you. That is very nice of you to say.
Let's
Will we
go,
all
guys.
fit?
Yes, of course you will fit. Why would not you fit? Have you seen the size of this gondola? It is huge. Trust me, I pull it around all day. I know exactly how big. You will fit.
Can we all fit in one?
Yes, of course.
All right.
All right.
I would like to ride.
Fantastic. I have room for all of you. And lucky it is early in the evening. I still have full speed. You're going to love this. So everybody climbs into the gondola and takes their seat, and it's a little bit rocky when you first get in there, but you quickly, kind of adjust to how the gondola sits in the water. And and you're off. You kind of head in this direction. You go down this way. And under this little bridge here. And it's right around the carousel. When you guys are very much still relaxing. This is a great relaxing thing to do after that cupcake eating contest. And Featherine, seems to be kind of bobbing along, and she takes a good hard look at the carousel. And she kind of looks over her, I guess not really over her shoulder, but she kind of looks back at you guys, and she goes, "I have a question for you."
Okay.
We might have answer.
All right. It is a big question. I enjoy big questions.
I'm not good with philosophy.
Yes. Well, you know what? You may have many thoughts because you know what? In my experience, it is those who are more wise than intelligent that really have good conversations. To be completely honest, I do not understand why anybody would waste any time with someone who was not wise. You know?
Okay.
All right. And she goes.
Oh, okay.
And she goes, "In a world full of magic, this is a question that I have. Does time truly exist, or is it simply illusion? Like magic? What do you think? What are your thoughts on this?"
Can I go back in time and win the cupcake eating contest?
I mean, yes, in a world that was full of magic, all of these things would be possible. This is what I am saying. Is time simply a construct when it comes to magic? Is it something that you can manipulate that way? In a world without magic, I mean, time, it would be linear, no?
No.
See, why not? Honestly,
I mean, you cannot.
But we do live in a world of magic.
This is very
Yeah.
true. Yes, that is what I'm asking. Do you think that time is real, or do you think it is simply an illusion that we just simply deal with and live with?
It's not something that's real, but it's something that governs how our lives are.
Oh, so it is, so what you are saying is that it is illusion, and that it is simply something that helps us deal with daily lives.
and so I don't.
Yeah.
I think without it, we'd go crazy.
Without time, you think this is true?
Well, I think perhaps society has made it so that we have to track time in order to stay sane.
Yes, so you agree that time would be illusion.
Kind of.
Yes,
Yeah.
that
Well,
time
yeah.
is illusion.
Yes.
Time is real. We age.
Yes, but do you age because of time, or do you age simply because you are born? These are questions.
We get older,
Yes.
so time passes, we age. It's real.
Yes, but you see, what is here is where I keep getting tripped up, right? The thing that I keep getting tripped up on is this. In the world of magic, where time can be manipulated, if you have the right knowledge, she looks at you, Apple, and says,
Okay.
it is entirely possible that you could simply stop aging. Therefore, time does not matter.
So maybe
And how would I
time-
stop aging?
Stop the passage of time.
This is not about stopping passage of time. It's simply about manipulation of time. And if time can be
Maybe time-
manipulated, does not make it an illusion.
Like time travel.
Yes, something along those lines.
Maybe it's a different type of magic.
A different type, so time itself is magic. See, this is why I like to have these conversations. This is something that I have not really thought of. I enjoy this.
Time is not magic. Time is a constant. Whether you are time traveling, you still would be returning to the same point, or I suppose you could try to return to a future point, but you might meet yourself coming and you don't know what would happen.
Yes, but I mean, Rain, much like you simply showed up at Carnival and you did not leave. So what happens if you time traveled to Carnival and you just decided to not leave? Would that not make the time simply an illusion?
Oh, I showed up because I ran away.
Yes, I know, but you still stayed, right? You still stayed at Carnival, so you are not returning to your point of origin.
No, because that is past.
Right. This is what I am saying. So if you were to travel back, then that would make time simply illusion, right?
Even if I traveled back, I would remain this current age that I've become because of the passage of time.
Yes, but would you not rather be able to perhaps return home and find things had not changed?
No,
So you would
I
prefer that?
ran away because of the way things were.
Right,
If they didn't change, there's no point to me going back home.
right. But what if you needed to be there to your home
Yeah.
to make sure that things changed? What if perhaps you running away was the thing that did not allow things to change in your home? What do you think of that?
No, I don't think that would be possible.
You do not think this is possible? All right.
No,
Okay.
my mother's too stubborn to make the passage of time stop.
Oh, well, stubbornness would be what it would take to stop time, I think. She looks over at Leim, kind of points her beak towards you and says, how do I know you exist? How do I know that you are real and not simply figment of imagination?
Can I reach her?
Yeah, of course.
That's why I lean over to Liam. I'm like, punch her in the face.
No, no,
Oh,
no.
No violence.
Together.
Ow.
She'll know you exist.
I'll make a beautiful compromise. She's a real swan, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I'm just gonna pull one of her feathers out.
Ouch! What would you do that for? That is very rude, little one.
It's me, I'm here.
So I know that you are real because you caused me pain? This seems very pessimistic.
Yes.
Well,
I
you
pet her.
asked.
Pinch yourself. See if you're awake.
Yes, but if you are dreaming, do you not feel pain?
No.
No?
Is pain not universal experience?
No.
I don't know, actually, about that one.
All right. I understand.
Depends on the type of pain.
Um, And as you guys,
Depends on the nature of the pain.
as you guys float down,
Cypress is looking at her hands. Yeah, am I real?
right? Yeah, absolutely.
No.
This should be
See,
causing
this is
you.
what I was worried about.
Yeah, it should be causing you like some level of distress. Like there has to be something in these
Yeah.
conversations that you've never thought of before. I know that I'm terrible at bullshitting philosophy. I apologize for that, but yeah,
That's pretty good.
she has enough to definitely have you guys kind of questioning things. It's kind of like a mind bend when you're chatting with Featherine. But as you come down here towards like where the ticket booth is, you can hear the music coming from the calliope. And when you guys came in, the calliope was like rocking. Think of the happiest song that you could think of. And that's the level of joy that the calliope had. Now it's almost like somebody took the dial and turned it back a couple of clicks. So it's not quite as happy. It's not mournful. It's not, middle of the road. It's not just meh. It's still happy leaning, but it's not as joyful as it was when you guys first arrived at the carnival. And she says, listen, you have given me thoughtful answers to my very deep questions here today. So I think that there is room for, lightness in certain conversations, and I can think of nothing lighter to talk about than a little bit of delicious gossip. Are you ready to hear some delicious gossip?
Always.
Okay.
Always.
Yes. So, have you heard about Candlefoot, the mime?
Yeah, I did.
Mhm.
Yeah, I do.
Yes, well, of course you know him, so I'm sure that you know what happened. And you know about his attempt to propose to the mermaid Palasha. Palasha.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of says
Yes.
it like harshly. She says the name Palasha. Like, who does Palasha think she is? Mermaid. Give me a break. And she goes, it was the most unusual thing the other night. We all saw it, and I know that everyone is still talking about it, but he was about to declare his love for Palasha. And then the words left him in a gasp. Nobody can quite figure out what happened there. He has not spoken since. And I understand that Palasha is herself very upset, perhaps even distraught. Nobody even knows if she's going to be able to perform a little bit later tonight. That might be one worth checking out, It might be a little bit fun to see if there will be a car crash or to see if she will soar with the stars. It is hard to say, these things. Heartbreak. It can either make you or break you.
Where does she perform?
She's over at the Silver Song Lake. Not far from where we picked you up.
By the lake.
Yes. You know that seashell, the garish seashell in the middle of the lake that you saw? That is all part of her spectacle.
Ah.
Okay.
Yes. And she goes on to say, if you get a chance, he's usually over by the wagons, over by where, the staff area is. That is where he tells me he goes anyways. And what he says is that he enjoys coming to talk to me at night, He says that our philosophical conversations are quite challenging and continue to sharpen his intellect. I'm happy to provide this service to Burley. But what is truly sad is that his brother Hurley, he is missing. Nobody knows where he disappeared to. He simply disappeared one day. Can you believe it? This is why I'm asking about time and a shifting of it and perhaps not being able to get back to where you started. Trying to figure out what happened. And I know that he misses his brother Hurley very much. But, at the same time, we all feel that he did not fit in very much, so perhaps he simply ran away from the carnival instead of running to it. Hey, Rain?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It is truly hard to say.
Mhm.
Right. And as the ride continues around, she points out a couple of other things, the Pixie Kingdom, which you guys had already been to, and she, raved about Biscuit and Pinecone and making sure that you guys take in specifically the ride with Pinecone because he's such a joyful little beast, as she refers to him. But you all have impressed Fitherine, which is good news for later. I just need to make a quick note. Give me a second. I've got to make a little note. Thank God for Post-it notes. I'm not going to be able to drop that accent now.
No, you're not.
Yeah,
I'll
sorry.
start doing it too.
Yeah, I am so sorry. I was trying to, and you guys couldn't see it, but I was like holding a fake cigarette the whole time. It just felt very appropriate.
Nice.
To be sitting
Yeah.
here, waxing full of
Yeah.
philosophical. It seems like thoughts you'd have at 3 a.m. while drinking cheap wine and smoking good cigarettes. I don't know. Anyway. Okay. What was the note I was making? Oh, right.
We like
Well,
Feathering,
that
or Feathering
we
likes us.
Yes.
Feathering, yeah, we impressed her.
Okay. And I'm going to put this little post-it. So the book that I made with all of my notes in it, I've included all of these little secret compartments where I can keep little notes and nobody else can see them because I have like little flaps that I fold down or things that I slide. Anyways, went quite nerdy when I was making this little book. Okay, so the Swandola rides.
Yeah, that's what you called it earlier too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So it brings you back to the jetty there, and you guys are able to disembark. Featherine says, I wish you well, and I hope that you figure out if time is illusion or not. If you get to bottom of it, make sure you come back to see Featherine. I would be interested to hear what you have to say.
We will.
Mm-hmm.
I wish you very well and nothing but happiness and success.
Thank you.
And same to you.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
Bye, Featherina.
And thank you so much. It is just Featherine. There's no
Featherine.
Thank you so much.
Eh.
Yeah, there's no
Eh.
It was her like clearing her throat. There's no
Yeah.
All right. Where would you like to go to next?
Mm,
You said Burley was nearby, or was that over by the staff area?
Over by the staff area.
what's this Stonehenge looking?
Yeah, I think that's just an unnamed area on the map.
Just decoration park
Yeah.
area.
Will we go to the carousel?
No, carousel is boring. Look at those dragonfly rides. Wouldn't you rather do that?
Yeah, where's Dragon? Yeah, let's do that.
I mean,
Dragonfly
go
ride?
in the
you
air?
can go in a carousel in real life.
Yes.
We go in the air.
Yeah, but the horses are probably alive or something.
Yes, is there something that is magical that happens at the
Okay, all right,
carousel?
all
I
right.
do
Well,
Maybe
not
we should check out the
carousel.
carousel.
Yes, I
yeah.
do not want to be too
Yeah.
specific. I am just saying that something magical happens there.
Okay.
They look like unicorns.
I have just
They
noticed
do.
that it is after 6 o'clock, so it's after 10 o'clock for you guys. Are you guys okay to go through
Yeah.
the carousel ride, or do you want to end here and pick up at the carousel? Entirely up to you guys.
End here, please.
End here? Okay,
Pick up next time, yeah.
you got it.
And I will not be here in 2 weeks.
Okay, so we are down Cynthia. Okay. No
Yeah,
problem.
I'm
that's
on
the
vacation,
18th.
so
Gotcha.
I'm away.
I should be on vacation,
Oh, man.
which means I will be here.
Oh, okay, sweet.
The 18th? Yeah, I'm here on the 18th.
Okay, perfect. All right.
Yeah, we're going away, so.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's great.
Nice.
All right, but this is where we are going to wrap it up this week for Wizards and Wine and the Wild Beyond the Witchlight. We took the gondola swan rides this time around, and it was quite fun. We went to the Bubble Pop Teapot. We went to the Hall of Illusion. We had a little bit of shenanigans. We saw people fall down laughing for no good reasons. It was a good game. Ladies, thank you so much for showing up and being here. I really appreciate it.
We're just going to let you keep going.
Yeah, I know you were. Thank you. Yeah, I can sense that now, by the way. What I'm trying to say is thank you for tuning in for The Wild Beyond the Witchlight with Wizards and Wine. These are the Halifax girls this coming Monday. We get into our second session with the Las Vegas table. So we're looking forward to that again. And for you, just a reminder, we are Wizards and Wine. Always drink responsibly. Always carry a D20, because you never know when you're going to need initiative. And give me a second to clear everything.
My initiative score is +6.
Hey.
Wow.
That's a high initiative score. I don't know if I've ever had an initiative score that high.
Yeah, I got a +2.